Hello neighbors, it's Brad here from eTrailer, and today I'm in Boyden, Iowa at the Demco headquarters and manufacturing facility where we got to see Demco products made. And these are all products that I handle on a daily basis when doing flat tows, fifth wheels, or even couplers. They cover so many different towing products, and they have plenty of experts here to break down some of their products a little bit more, to give you some understanding, as well as allow me to ask those questions on products that I handle every day. Verlin, when it comes to tow bars, you guys have some offerings that we have here.
Yeah.
Let's break them down. So what all do we have?
Okay, so at Demco we've got 3 different options. A lot of it depends on the capacity that you need to tow, in other words, the weight of the vehicle that you have in tow, and then also whether you take the tow bar on and off the motorhome. So at the top here we have our Commander 2, which is 6,000 pound tow capacity. Works great for a lot of your cars and smaller SUVs. Then we go on down to our Demco Excalibur 3. That's got a 10,500 pound tow capacity. We usually recommend that for your pickup trucks, your bigger Suburbans, Ford Expeditions, Explorers, that type of vehicle. And then over on the other side here, we've got our Demco Dominator. And this has got a 7,500 pound tow capacity, but the one thing about this is it's made out of aircraft aluminum. So it's nice and lightweight, weighs about 30 pounds. So for the guy who needs to take it on or off, or wants to take it on and off the coach, it's really handy for taking it on and off. The other ones are about 40 and 46 pounds, so you're looking at least 10 to 16 pounds difference in the aluminum.
So what are some of the features on your tow bars that maybe stand out from other ones out there in the industry?
Oh, absolutely. So one of the nice things and things that we get a lot of comments about at Demco is our independent arms. So I'll just kind of demonstrate that here. They're in the stowed position here. You'll notice pick it up, rotate it out, and now if I'm over here, I can hook this arm up to my towed vehicle, and then I can lift this arm up, and I can step over here, hook it up to the vehicle, and I'm never stumbling or having to step over top of my tow bar. Same way if I'm here disconnecting, I can disconnect the one arm, rotate it into stored position, disconnect the other arm, and rotate it in the stored position. Now that little bit of squeaking noise you hear there, those are a nylon washer in there. Now they'll do that noise a little bit when they're new, but once they break in, they stop doing that. But what that is it's key to our self-supporting arm. So you'll see this arm just stays right where it is by itself. That's another key feature. It's not slamming down and smashing your toes as you're trying to hook up. So
I think that's really underrated. So if you haven't flat towed and you're looking to do it, you're right. Some of the other tow bars out there, you're kind of holding one up as you're trying to get the other one pinned, and you're kind of fighting it. Having this, it's at your pace to be able to drop it in.
Absolutely. One of the other key features is we've got a drop built into the position, into the tow bar, or a rise. So you'll see we've got an 1.5 inch drop here coming out. If you want to keep that tow bar level, which you do, you want to be within 3 inches from the coach to the car. This allows that. A lot of times you can get by without having a drop receiver then. And then in the other stance, maybe you're towing a 4-wheel drive pickup and it's a little taller than your motorhome. Then we just remove these 2 bolts, this bolt, flip this over, and now we've got a rise receiver out of it. Put the bolts back in, and you've got an 1.5 inch rise. So we've got a 3 inch overall change there.
So just like any towing, you want it nice and level. And again, that can be all the difference to get it nice and level. You can omit having to get that rise or drop.
Absolutely.
So definitely a cool feature.
Well, I can tell you've done a lot of installations because you know your stuff.
A little bit. And it does come in handy. And along with that, tow bars and cable management, okay? Yes. Normally you got cables all over the place, and you guys have done a really good job of keeping those contained.
Absolutely. So our tow bars all come with the cables already installed. So you'll see the clips here. One end's going to hook to the safety cable hookup on the motorhome. The other one's going to be on the other hookup. No cables dragging around. We've got these nice little holders on any of our tow bars. The other thing we do for cable management is on the side of this tow bar, and I'll pick it up here. We've got a nice little rod here. So everybody's got the coiled electrical cable that is usually bouncing around and things like that. So if you take maybe a handful of coils and slip it over here, put this little hairpin in that hole right there, keeps that cord off the highway and getting drug on the ground.
Now, as far as attachment, obviously our attachment points, these are going to work for Demco base plates.
Yes.
Say I have something different. Can I adapt the tow bar in order for that to work with, say, a Blue Ox or a Roadmaster?
Absolutely. We're all flexible in the industry. So yeah, as you're right, these are Demco clevises on the end. We do have adapter clevises. We can either go to Roadmaster, we can go to Blue Ox, we can also go to the Kurt bar as well. So we understand that everybody's got different preferences. But yeah, by our adapter series, we just pull this bolt out, slide a new adapter on, and bolt it back on, and you're set to go with whatever base plates you have.
So on the shank of your tow bar, you have 2 holes. What's the purpose of that?
Well, absolutely. Everybody's receiver is not in the same place on their motorhome, so sometimes you need just that little extra length because the receiver's tucked underneath behind the bumper a little bit. Then you can use the rear hole. If you don't need that extra length, then you would use the inside hole. So it gives the customer a little flexibility on their particular setup.
So today we got to do a tour of the factory where this was being assembled. Tell us about Demco as a company.
Demco's a family-owned company. We've been around for 60 years. We've been in the towing business since we started with tow dollies in the early 80s and then moved into tow bars. So lots of years of experience in towing, and everything is made right here in Boyden, Iowa. All USA-based product.
Awesome. Thank you so much for taking the time to show us the Demco tow bars that you guys offer.
Well, thanks for stopping by.
Appreciate it.